What is the new ETIAS system?
What's a ETIAS?
Will British passport holders have to pay for a visa to get into Europe?
It says so in the papers. Look, UK passport holders will have to pay to get a visa through the travel system following the country's Brexit.
And just what are the Brits saying about it?
Just more bleeding stealth tax.
And don't forget the roaming charges.
Stick around, my dear viewer, and you'll find out. Welcome to YouTooSpain. Let's do the ETIAS dance. Hello you, poor chap, doesn't own a TV, shall we have a whip round? There's been uproar in social media and in the papers about ETIAS, the new visa waiver system for Europe.
It won't happen.
Which will be implemented soon.
More remain a media bull poo.
A warm welcome to the voice of stupidity. So let's get the facts. It's not a visa, and the opinions
Just another EU rip-off.
from both sides. We didn't see that on this side of a bus. Another Brexit success. So you can be fully informed.
Like we don't have enough white-skinned parasites claiming benefits and refusing work now that migrants have been stopped.
And educated. The average IQ for the EU went up when the UK left. About what it is, what it does, and who it's for.
Nothing new. We've been paying a fine to get into Wales for years.
So, let's begin. It's not a visa. Indeed, ETIAS is the European Travel Information and Authorisation System. So, it's not a visa, it's a visa waiver.
Brexit lunacy again.
It will allow eligible visitors to enter the Schengen area for up to 90 days for tourism, business, or to pass through.
The way things are going on over there, I think I shall stick to Turkey, thank you.
So, is it for everyone that doesn't have an EU passport? No, it's only for citizens of the same 63 non-EU countries that didn't need a visa to get into Europe before.
We holiday in GB. We love our country. Don't need to go abroad.
And the UK became a part of that group when it left the EU.
Brexit should never have happened.
And don't forget the roaming charges.
It's just like the ESTA visa waiver that many nationalities need to get into the United States of America.
They should pay the extra £8 and off to America.
So it's not a new thing. In fact, the UK was part of setting it up before Brexit. This new scheme was discussed and agreed while we were still part of the EU. There was talk about it in the run-up to the referendum, so I don't know why so many people are getting worked up about it. So, what is ETIAS for? Here's a picture. The system is designed to save travellers time and hassle at the borders, improve border management. Astonishing! It turns out that ending free movement means that movement will no longer be free. Who could have seen that coming? Complement the visa liberalisation policy, prevent irregular migration.
It's no good trying to charge visitors to visit this country. Just blow up a boat and we'll let you in for free, plus accommodation and pocket money.
And reinforce the fight against crime and terrorism.
I'd happily pay than belong to a corrupt, bureaucratic, unaccountable group of crooks. It's bad enough having our own wasters than having another lot wanting to fleece us, plus the joy I get from knowing all the moaners hate it is absolutely priceless.
So, what does it cost?
Shouldn't be charged, full stop. If we did it, EU will be in uproar. Let's play them at their own game.
The fee for the waiver will be about €7. That's about £5.
And well worth £7 for being out of the corrupt EU.
And it lasts for 3 years.
£5 for 3 years cover. Move on, nothing to see here.
And how many millions will give the government that £5? So many millions for them to fill their already rich pockets with.
It costs the EU more than the €7 admin charge.
You voted for this.
And you can apply for it online. Takes about 10 minutes.
Strange. They never charged our troops when we sorted them out in 2 world wars.
What information will you be asked for?
They should pay us to go. Don't ask us to liberate their countries again.
First of all, there's the biometric information like name, date of birth and place of birth. What can be better than where we live?
Don't forget the roaming charges.
And then there's information about your citizenship.
It's a small price to pay to get rid of the EU bureaucrats. Let's hope the British government puts a levy on EU citizens visiting this country. What is good for the goose is good for the gander.
Like address, email, phone number, education and work experience.
And they should pay £10 to visit our once great country.
Also, the first European country that you intend to visit, and some background and eligibility questions, like criminal record.
It's the principle. Why should we have to pay for entry to the likes of Benidorm? It was our money what built it.
And medical condition.
That's cheaper than it was pre-Brexit. I paid £2,000 in the summer for 2 weeks in Ibiza.
And whether you've travelled to war countries or you've been deported or rejected from anywhere. You'll just have to holiday in the UK or Ireland. I'll think of you while I'm enjoying the pleasures of the continent. If you're a minor, your legal guardian must do the application for you.
I can't get my head around this. I'm 80 years old, for God's sake.
Nigel, I hate you.
But under 18s don't need to pay the fee.
Over 70s, do they not exist?
What about over 70? Yet another negative because of Brexit, I presume.
And there's no fee for the over 70s either.
The very epitome of hypocrisy. The foundation of the EU. Freedom of travel and freedom of movement now demolished by the very people it represents.
If you're a family member of an EU citizen from other countries, you'll need proof of relationship, residence card and other background information.
But at least we have an extra £350 million for the NHS, don't we?
Then once you've filled it in, you'll pay the fee and submit the application.
I don't mind the fee. It's the effort of having to apply more than a few days in advance. Sometimes people need to travel last minute for personal reasons, business or fun.
If you filled it in correctly and you're eligible with no risk factors, you'll be approved within a few minutes.
The American equivalent is $14, but still good value. It's gone up to $21. Ah, well, that.
However, if there is an issue, your application will be processed manually, which could take a few days, or at the very most 2 weeks.
Can't those who voted to leave the EU just pay for those who had the ability to think ahead?
What if your application is denied?
Don't go away. Stay at home and use your own lecky.
Well, you can adjust your application if you've made a mistake or missed something out, or your ID has expired, for example.
Are we going to charge the EU people when they come to the UK? No. Why would they do that when they can skin their own citizens to borderline poverty?
Or you can appeal the decision.
I hope the UK puts a nice price on EU visitors and others travelling as well.
You'll need a passport and a separate passport photo for the application.
UK needs to do the same. If the illegals were charged, we would have loads of money.
So, what else do you need to know? Well, it's important that when you enter the Schengen area, you do it through the country you put in your application. After you enter, you can visit other Schengen countries during your 90 days.
Well said. So many of us think the same, but do-gooders keep putting their noses in. This little island can't take any more.
Now, there are countries in the EU which aren't in the Schengen area, and you can't use ETIAS for those. Check on the ETIAS website, there's a link below, to find out which countries these are.
Keep reading those lying right-winger rags, Moany McGammon.
So those are the basic details.
Why the complaining? We voted for this.
I never did.
If you want more information, I've put links to the official and very helpful websites below.
Bleeding Brexit. I wish Brexit had never happened.
Is everyone happy now?
If we have a TIE card or residencia, will we still have to have this visa?
It's not a visa.
When we're returning to Spain from the UK?
If you're a resident of an EU country with a residency card, you won't need to obtain a visa waiver.
Well, we knew what we voted for, so no accusations of the EU punishing us. Also, where are those cries of, "We won, get over it"? Time to take responsibility.
I think it's time to say goodbye now, unless anyone's got a last point they need to make.
Goodbye. Brexit!
Goodbye.
Oi!
Goodbye.
We see it every day at Dover. If the frogs done what they are overpaid to do by the UK yet again, then there will not be any of the world's waifs and strays in our country. As it is, when they are here, and in many cases before they'd even left their camp, the left-wing HR lawyers that know they are on the EU easy money conveyor system with their snouts stuck firmly in the legal aid pot, the pot we, the taxpayer, paid into, are playing their wares. These are the real culprits of spreading their lies of the land of milk and honey, then going against everything the human rights is supposed to support, then telling horrendous lies with their inflated bills for work not done. If, when the decent people and the taxpayer can persuade the government to totally cease the use of legal aid for their purposes, then all those left-wing corruption squad of lawyers will run a mile and start looking for real work where they have to justify their costs and prove the work they have done, close our borders and abolish the use of the publicly funded support for those illegal bogus asylum seekers. Then we will see a drop in their numbers. Stop absolutely everything.
Peace and love.
And don't forget the roaming charges.
See you in the next video. Everybody dance now.